Hello and welcome. This is part 4 of a detailed look at Miniland Windsor. What I might do is I might just split them up into 4 parts and then actually upload a full video after as well, in case you guys actually want to see it in a full fact. So we've just started at Santa Pod. So like I said, this is part 4. So this will be Santa Pod, and I think we've just got Scotland and Wales to go. Everything else is done, so I've not missed anything. In the Mythica in Miniland, I did about a 10-minute walk round of this bit. So if I do miss anything, I go a little bit quicker than I did in the last one. It's because I got 2 huge lands to get into this video as well. But I've said that they've been doing a huge amount of work to this Santa Pod, and the next thing that they've just added in, so bearing in mind I don't think this was here last week, was the rock climbing wall. So this is always something that I pay massive attention to, because they literally gutted all of this out because it looked very, very run down, and they've replaced so much. So that stand that I've just very quickly walked by, all the seats in there down at the bottom part have all been replaced, and as the little figures, the little TV crews, because this was a track for some I think it's like 4x4 dragsters racing around, and then the back was the actual dragster races, where you've got the blue and green button. They were where they used to race around. But you've got all the little wagons coming in, so you've got some more little food stalls. You've got some fish and chips, and you've got some hot dogs. You've got some candy floss coming over. I think that Splash Fun might be new as well. So I know I zoomed in on the saloon, ring toss and hooker duck. So I think that's new. Obviously the tent's new, but that was in the last video. So all of these have just been put in the last couple of weeks. Which are very impressive. And then you've got these tents that are pinging up, and then you've got all the V-dub camper vans. That one's missing a headlight, it's an MOT failure. And then we've got a load of the tankers and things. I've said it in all the other videos, but those signs is just letting people know that Miniland's turned 25 this year, so they are literally replacing as much as they can with the animatronics, the bricks. They're ripping up the grass and putting AstroTurf down, resurfacing, all sorts. So you can see the difference in the actual stands. They've not done the stand on this one, so you can see how it's coloured, just with obviously the sun faded with the sun damage. But if you think of what that looks like to the truck just beside it, you can see how much is new. And I did pick this up in the last video. That was one of the better older models that were left, and then you can still see the massive difference between all the cars and things. Trying to look forward and see if they've added anything else. Oh, some of the cars in the back of this building. I didn't recognise that one last time, so that one looks like it might be a new one. But every time you come to any of your Legoland parks, guys and girls, always soak in the Miniland, especially if you're here for 2 days or if you live local, because they do change this all the time. Now, I have finally, I might have missed it last time, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't a bike doing a jump last week. So I know the buses came in a couple of weeks back, then they've put the stands there. I think the rings were already there, but they've added the guy doing the bike. Now, I could be wrong if I look back, but it wouldn't surprise me. And then we've got a car show down here. Little tanker. You have some caravans, and then some really nice little bits of detail. And then these are starting to appear in a lot of the stuff. I've never recognised them either. I wasn't paying this much attention last time. So that is a quick loop of Santa Pod. So I would imagine, as you can see again, huge. The lands are massive. So hopefully next time I film a video for you guys regarding the mini-land piece, there'll be things shooting around and all the animatronics will be working. So I need to do all of this behind me. We've done London in the first part and we need to go over to this side. So what we will do is we will walk. Where can I start? So if I start at the corner, I can do the full loop of this and then I can just go over to Scotland. So if I start in the corner of Wales, if I start in the corner of Wales, and then we will go from there. So we'll start by the rugby. Start by the rugby. So, as always, I'll read out the facts and figures if anything pops up. You can see how pretty it all is. They were sorting out this water the other week and it's made a massive difference. The wedding. Not a good situation to be in. But you have got hidden things all over. So you just run around, you're going to miss a lot of the stuff. I've said in a lot of other videos, this massively is different to a lot of the other parks, only because they've got all different parts of the world, where Dubai doesn't, I don't think America doesn't. The park in Germany, it's all German towns, if I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was a year or two since I went because of COVID. But I keep saying in a lot of the videos, I cannot wait to get to all the other parks and we can start doing comparison videos of what they all look like, for the rides, for all the Lego models. But this is very, very pretty because they've really done a good job trying to get the water clear. They've obviously put new pumps and stuff in there, which I really appreciate. So you might have to run past a few people in a second, because on the corner what they've got is they've actually got some pay to play for boats for kids. But we'll still be able to see the Lego, but I just have to run around the corner, so I don't think I'm going to miss too much. But got some lovely detail within the keep saying the little pockets of areas that they've got, but it's a really nice little docks and town. If you know where that is, let me know. And then we got this chappy here sorting out his lunch. So we got what looks like lobsters, crabs, fish on the back. Ooh, there we go. And on the back we've got the guy sorting out the fish, or the little lady sorting out the fish, I show. And then we've got fishermen in that boat, and then you've got all the sheep and all the animals and things. So we've got all the little different beach huts, which is really nice. But again, I say it in all the videos, what can you spot that looks new? What is new that you haven't seen before? If you've not been for a while or two. But we've got all these Lego boats, obviously, that you can see, and then this here, that pocket where they're all sort of shooting around, is where all the little ones get to play with them. But these P&O, sorry, have both boats and the container. They're all just recently been done. But what we'll do, we'll skip this corner now, and I will run so you can see that boat from the other side. But it is a vast land. We will skip the corner. There we go. And you are back off my face. So that is the other side of those boats just there. See, this looks like it's just been redone and attacked. Very, very clean and clear. Because the other week, all the track was ripped up on this bit. So they're starting to put the trains back down. But this had loads and loads of trains shooting around here. They had a load of different buttons you could push to get the trains going. But they are in the process of obviously relaying all the tracks. Perfect really to redo it now. Just because obviously COVID, because they wouldn't have had them running anyway. I wouldn't have imagined. I would have thought they'd have blocked them off. But you've got the little, I say little, you've got this big shed here, and then you can just, well, you can see for yourself, can't you? Just how big the models are over at this bit, and how big the space is around by the docks and coming into the power plant. This is very impressive, seeing all the trains running down this area, and you can see you've got loads and loads and loads of tracks that run round. So there is a lot to take in on this bit. But hopefully it's all coming up on the camera nice and easy. It's also big, so we'll move away from the trains.
One top bones.
We've got the big power plant. And see all the workers at the bottom. And then you can just see the scale compared. And then we've got this is all still part of the same tracks of the bits that aren't running. There's a train running those, I've just seen it. They're on their coffee break. Amazing. Beautiful. There we go, look, that Olympic reef looks. And if you imagine having to carry this down. What do you reckon they do? And you've got the old, just the old dredger. Didn't even pay any attention to that. That one works. So that one usually does work, I think, because you can see it picks up the stones. It looks like it's supposed to move about. Keep it steady. There we go. And then we're back into some more massive buildings. If I zoom in enough on that track, you can see where they're relaying a lot of the track because it's not actually connected up currently. Is that bridge working? What do you think? Is it going to go back down, or have I just been blind and not noticed that's been up the whole time? No, it's just been up the whole time, I think. Not paying any attention to that, was I? Huge, I'll say Angel of the North. Train. So you can imagine when the other 4 or 5 trains are running, how impressive that all looks. And now we have huge, huge bridge. You can see where some of the boats have been redone, because if you keep going, can you spot the brand new one over there? Even it being the furthest away, it still stands out a lot because it brand new colours. This is where I dropped the camera into the water, and then you've got just the amazing detail that's in them all. And then just on the hills, just here. Sorry about the jump, the battery died. So we're one battery in, and we're in the 4th part, so we're not doing too bad. But it does mean that I'm going to have to carry like maybe 5 or 6 batteries around with me, I think, when I go away to the other parks. So I usually get through about 3 batteries a day. But you've got some real nice detail in there. If it's picking it up, you've got all the, I keep saying about the animals, with the sheep and the cows and things. And I think Stonehenge. And then you've got a ceremony, you've got people there. Well, it looks like a nice new fire doing marshmallows. You come through, but I've said it in a lot of the videos, just how nice all the colours are as well. And I know you guys do appreciate that. So we started by the rugby pitch, which is where we're going to get to in a second, which means then I can do the Scotland behind me, and then we can finish by Windsor. And I hope I've not missed anything. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. We've got the big castle there. So we're back by the rugby pitch, so that's all of that done. But we'll go back to this bit. There's no plaque on this to say how many bricks there are, which is a real shame.
Olivia! Yeah? Look!
So we will cross over now, and we will do a full loop from Scotland. So we will start by the Abbey. So the Abbey is 237 hours, 46,800 bricks, and it was done by one individual. It's a lot of bricks for that. Very, very impressive. Hopefully the train is running on this one, so you get to see it. But I've been saying about it in all the parts. But you can see, you would imagine at some point they'll redo all of that. You just love to know how long it takes them to get it all down to then restart going back. So from the time it goes down to the time it gets refurbed, I wonder how many years it is until they actually physically have the time again to touch it all. Now this is nice little hidden touches like this. So you've got the 4x4 with the spare canoes on the top, and then you've got 3 of them shooting down the rocks underneath. You've got a crouch to see, and then you've got the bridge over the top that's just been redone. It looks like the road has been done, and you've got a walker just coming off the campsite at the top. So they always throw in a load of stuff where they've got a load of trees and shrubbery. So in the larger cities, it's obviously more a case of the food places and stuff. But around, hidden in all of this, there will be the odd figure doing something really random. But if you are going to come here for Christmas or Halloween, it does get tricky where they hide the bits and pieces. So and we'll come over and round. So we've got the gallery over there. You zoom in and you can take it in. It's amazing. It's always nice when it's now suddenly gone really quiet over this way. It's all empty. Everybody's sort of gone to have their lunch, so time that well, which means we can see this crouch down. But you know what I really like? The little crab having the ice cream. That's a nice little thing. And then in the windows, you've got them doing all the work. So they are fully detailed on the inside as well. Where that's got water damage, there is actually detail in there as well. All the shops are the same.
What's that bridge? Oh, there's builders! Builders!
It's the train track over there.
Builders!
Maybe they haven't done it yet.
Because there's the castle.
Oh yeah. What's
That's
that?
the bridge.
That's the sign. It's just letting everybody know it's 25 years. That statue behind, if I can get round these trees. Let's have a look at. Take this one first when I miss this. Just from the train station down there, you've got that really nice monument, which has only just recently been put in, I think. So you've got the people at the train station ready to go. I'm not too sure if the train's working, and I've always got a habit of looking down and then walking that way, but you always miss that. You ready? Look at the size of this. Absolutely enormous. And there is a plaque for this. And somebody was asking about what it looks like lit up at night. They know, you see, they have got the little lights hidden in. So when the dark nights come in, it's sort of 5 o'clock. You can imagine how pretty this is at night. 39,000 bricks, 422 hours, done by one builder, that one. So one person took 422 hours to make that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So the train goes through and underneath, and then you've got the top of this. So you've got the Wallace Monument, 92 hours, 7,500 bricks, and one builder. Highland Games, 7.9 hours, 270 bricks and one builder to do the... Is that all of them? For every single figure. They've got new figures in since they've done this artwork, so there's got to be more than 270 bricks there. You've got the judging table.
Oh wow. Oh look. What's popping?
And then behind you've got the helicopter.
Oh, look at
Doing a rescue if it zooms in enough.
This took one builder, 230.
So we follow the track.
Whoa! Oh, look at that.
And then we come to
How does that help?
this impressive section. I know there is a new little yellow sub in here. Is there anything hidden up there that the zoom might pick in? There is something there, but I can't see with my own eyes. There is something. And then you've got a little, might be the farmer, and then you've got a guy being brave enough to climb up the rocks. Crazy. And you've got a new boat just there. You got the happy chappies playing bagpipes.
Yeah.
Got another sort of similar display scene over here where they're sorting out the fish and sorting out the food. Different fish to crab ratio on that one though. So it's slightly different. This is the last one, last plaque. So 112 hours, 21,600 bricks and 1 builder for the castle. So that's the little model, but you can see how quickly that's faded because the bits that somewhere at the front, you can see the colour change quite quick, but that stands out like a sore thumb because it was so bright next to the other bits. And then we got this scuba diver just here with the rest of his team, and then this is what the plaque is relating to. Amazing. And then we are back to where we started on this bit. So we only have one more bit to see, part 4. So this will be the last bit. I've been waffling on for, well, this is part 4, each bit's about 20 minutes, well over an hour. I cut through that middle bit, so is there anything at this bit? Is there anything in the corner? No, so it's only this last bit to do, so I'll get you back off my face because this thing is absolutely enormous. So before I read it, how many bricks do you think this is? What do we reckon? I thought I'd try and give you some detail on this just because, like I said before, there's not that many people here. It's really hard when people are obviously bunched to try and film it for you. It's really easy to see when you're by yourself, but when you're filming it, it's obviously really difficult to do because you do miss bits. So I do apologise if I've missed something that you really wanted to see. But the Windsor Castle took 592 hours, 39,960 bricks, and it was done by 8 individuals. So a team of 8 for this. Again, we say it all the time, but the grounds that it's in are lovely. Let's see what we can spot, because I think this was where Wembley used to be, and they took the football stadium away and they replaced it with this. It was either, yeah, I think it was this, because the Windsor Castle had always been there. It was either this bit or that bit had the big football pitch, a bit like what you guys will have in your own parks. I know there's some big stadiums in Germany.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
If you guys, anybody from America, if you've got your big stadiums over there, obviously do let us know. But the part of the towers is up in the observation tower, which can be found in the Model Makers video, which is further down the playlist. So that is absolutely enormous. And that is just the other side. Right, so we have finished where we started in part number 1. This is obviously part number 4. So this is where we started. No, that's a lie, it's not where we started. We started well over there. We started all the way by the Miniland side. I'm getting mixed up with a completely different week. So we started all the way over there. So you can see the scale of the park for the Miniland section. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little, I say little tour. If you watched all 4 parts, fair play to you all, and thank you very much for watching it. But as always, guys, I will leave you there. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.